When Sarah first told me she was struggling with bills, I tried to be understanding. We were both young, still trying to find stable ground in life, and money was tight for her especially. I offered to help her whenever I could, but she insisted she wanted to manage things on her own. I respected that, but then she came to me one evening with an announcement that caught me completely off guard. She said, almost casually, "I'm moving in with my guy best friend. It'll help me save money." At first, I thought I misheard her. I asked her to repeat herself, and she did, word for word, like it was the most normal thing in the world. I was stunned. My girlfriend, the woman I had been dating for nearly 2 years, had just told me she planned to live with another man to cut expenses. I tried to keep my cool, but inside my head, alarms were going off. I asked her why she hadn't even considered moving in with me instead, since we had already been talking about building a future together. Her answer shook me even more. She said, "You know I love you, but moving in with a boyfriend is a big step. I'm not ready for that yet. With him, it's different. He's just a friend, nothing more. It's purely financial." That explanation didn't make me feel any better. In fact, it made me feel worse. She wasn't ready to live with me, but she was fine sharing a home with another man? Something didn't add up. I told her directly that I was uncomfortable with the idea. I didn't want to come across as controlling, but I couldn't pretend it was okay. She brushed off my concerns, telling me I was being insecure. She insisted that their friendship was completely innocent and that I had nothing to worry about. I wanted to believe her, but her words planted doubt deep in my mind. Over the next few weeks, the tension grew. She started spending more time with him even before the move. Whenever I called, she was often busy helping him get things ready. The thought of her building a home with another man, even if just as friends, was eating me alive. I tried to reason with her, but every time, she accused me of not trusting her enough. The more I pushed back, the further she pulled away. Finally, the day came. She moved her stuff into his apartment, smiling and telling me I'd see how harmless it was once I got used to it. I didn't share her smile. In fact, I couldn't even hide how upset I was. That night, lying alone in my bed, I realized I felt like a fool. She had chosen to prioritize her male best friend's company and financial convenience over our relationship stability. As the weeks passed, my fears only grew stronger. She started being less responsive to my texts, often leaving me on read. Phone calls became shorter. Our weekend plans were always difficult now because she had commitments with her new roommate. I started to feel like an outsider in her life. Whenever I brought it up, she would argue that I was overreacting. But my gut told me something wasn't right. One night, I decided to surprise her with dinner. I went to their place with takeout in hand, hoping to show I was supportive despite my worries. But when I knocked on the door, it wasn't Sarah who answered, it was him. He looked startled, like he wasn't expecting me. Sarah came out a minute later, wearing his oversized hoodie, and the atmosphere was so awkward that I instantly knew my suspicions weren't baseless. I didn't say anything that night. I just handed her the food, stayed for a bit of strained conversation, then left. But my heart was heavy. It was clear she was already more comfortable sharing her life with him than with me. The girl I loved was slipping away, and she didn't even seem to notice. A week later, the truth finally came out. She admitted they had grown closer since moving in together. She said she didn't plan for it to happen, but her feelings for him had changed. Hearing those words was like being stabbed. I asked her if she realized what she had done to me, to us, but she just kept repeating that she never meant to hurt me. I walked away that night. I didn't scream, didn't beg, didn't try to change her mind. I just left her standing there, realizing that she had made her choice long before confessing it to me. She thought moving in was just about money, but it was really about where her heart was heading all along. The weeks after the breakup were brutal, but also eye-opening. I realized how blind I had been to the red flags. She had shown me where her priorities were from the very beginning, and I ignored them because I loved her. But love without respect and trust doesn't survive. She had broken both, and there was no going back. Now, looking back, I see her words differently. When she said she was moving in with her guy best friend to save money, what she really meant was that she was choosing a different path, one that didn't include me. And as painful as it was, I'm grateful I found out before wasting any more years on someone who didn't value what we had.